Well, folks, it happened again. Like a reality show contestant who just can't take a hint, the Liberation Day tariffs are back. In April 2025, former President Trump reintroduced his signature trade policy. It seems he missed the dulcet tones of global outrage and the sweet, sweet smell of economic uncertainty. The tariffs are a grab bag of economic penalties. They target imports from, well, almost everyone. The stated goal? To magically resurrect American manufacturing, to conjure millions of jobs out of thin air, and to finally stick it to those pesky foreigners who dare to sell us things we like. Of course, there are always consequences. The stock market took a nosedive, wiping out trillions of dollars in wealth. Industries, from cars to electronics to luxury cheese, are bracing for impact. And our allies, let's just say they're not exactly thrilled. The immediate impact of these tariffs? Pure economic chaos. Remember that time you accidentally knocked over a Jenga tower? Yeah, it's kinda like that. Except, instead of wooden blocks, we're talking about global supply chains. And instead of a slightly embarrassing clatter, we're looking at potential economic catastrophe. Industries across the board are feeling the squeeze. Car manufacturers are warning of plant closures and price hikes. The tech sector is reeling, with electronics prices threatening to skyrocket. Even your morning cup of coffee isn't safe, as tariffs drive up the cost of imported beans. And don't even get me started on the consumer. The cost of living is expected to soar, with experts predicting an extra $5,000 burden on each household. That new car, forget about it. That vacation you were planning, better start clipping coupons. The tariffs haven't exactly been met with open arms by the international community. In fact, open hostility might be a more accurate description. China, Canada, the EU, they've all retaliated with tariffs of their own. It's a full-blown trade war, folks. And as with any war, there are no winners. The diplomatic fallout has been swift and brutal. Alliances are strained. Trust is eroded. Remember those post-World War II dreams of global cooperation? Yeah, those are looking pretty naive right about now. The tariffs have driven a wedge between nations. They've undermined the very foundations of the global trading system, and they've created a climate of uncertainty and fear. Because when the world's biggest economy starts throwing its weight around like a drunken toddler in a ball pit, everyone gets nervous. So, where do we go from here? Well, folks, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? We're at a crossroads, and the path we choose will have profound consequences for the future of the global economy. One option is to stay the course, to double down on protectionism, retreat behind our tariff walls, and hope for the best. But let's be honest, that's about as likely to end well as a DIY brain surgery attempt. Another option is to negotiate, to engage in some good old-fashioned diplomacy and try to find a solution that works for everyone. But that requires, actually talking to each other and maybe, just maybe, admitting that we don't have all the answers. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The global economy is in uncharted waters, and it's going to take a lot more than tariffs to navigate this storm.